I want to share with you the single best piece of personal branding advice that I have ever heard. And then I'll talk about why it matters to all of us. But this quote comes from a gentleman named Larry Winget. This is not a Rory Vaden original quote. I wish it was, but it is not. And it is one of the most brilliant things that I have ever heard. And I heard this early in my career when I was an aspiring speaker and author, just kind of coming up through the ranks, trying to establish myself in my career. And here's what Larry said. He said, the goal is to find your uniqueness and exploit it in the service of others. Find your uniqueness and exploit it in the service of others. What a beautiful quote. What a beautiful concept, and something that I have found to be true. Now, if you've never heard of me before, so my name is Rory Vaden. I am the New York Times bestselling author of a book called Take the Stairs. And I have a viral TED Talk called How to Multiply Time, which was based on my second book. But in recent years, like the last 4 years, I've become more well-known as the co-founder of Brand Builders Group, and we are a personal brand strategy firm who helps mission-driven messengers, experts, authors, coaches, speakers to become more wealthy and well-known. And some of our clients have become quite well-known. So John Gordon is one of our clients. Lewis Howes, Ed Milet, Amy Porterfield, Jasmine Starr, Eric Thomas, E.T. the hip hop preacher, Peter Diamandis, Matthew West. These are all people who we have worked with in different ways and parts of their personal brand journey to help them get their message out to more people. So this is what we do for a living. Now, how does this apply to you as an individual or a leader, or just someone you might say, well, I don't want to be well known. I don't care to be that well known. I'm not trying to launch a book or become a speaker or do some of those things that we really, really specialize in. Well, that's okay, because what I have to share with you is going to apply to you anyways, because we discovered something. We stumbled upon something in this journey of now working with over 1,000 clients. And most of our clients are not like the ones I mentioned. That, those are the top 5% that are very well known. And we have helped, several of them become New York Times bestselling authors and that kind of thing. But most of our clients are people who are coaches, or they're consultants, or they're professional service providers, they're doctors, they're lawyers, they're chiropractors. But anyways, after taking thousands of small business owners through this process, we discovered something that I think is going to be super relevant to you, because it helps you find your purpose quickly. Now, Larry Winget said that quote, find your uniqueness and exploit it in the service of others. And as soon as I heard it, I thought, that's brilliant. That's exactly what we were supposed to do. But what Larry never did was really teach a process for how somebody could find their uniqueness. So when my wife, AJ, and I started Brand Builders Group 4 years ago, we decided we're going to create a process to help people find their uniqueness. And we have. Our flagship process takes about 2 days to go through, but we don't have 2 days right now. We only have like 10 minutes. So what I'm going to share with you is the secret that we have figured out, the secret shortcut. So we now have strategists, a couple dozen strategists on our team that we train to take people through the process. And so in the process of training them how to take other people through it, we noticed a pattern that had developed. And this pattern, inside of this pattern, was what we figured out to train them to look for. And it became a secret that I want to share with you. And so if you have ever struggled to find your why, if you've ever struggled to know how to use your life, how do you find more purpose in your life? What I want to share with you is exactly how to do that in one sentence. Now, before I get to it, there's one more thing, one more insight that I want to share first. Simon Sinek so famously said, start with why. I am a huge Simon Sinek fan. I love the TED Talk. I love the book. I love pretty much everything I've ever seen from Simon Sinek. And I believe that start with why is important. But what we have realized is that for most of us as individuals, while organizations might need to start with why, What individuals need to start with is who. You need to, for you to find purpose in your life, what we have found is while organizations need to have a why, individuals, for most of us, our why is a who. Our why is a person. The reason we get up and go to work every day is for our kids, or because we want to make our grandparents proud, or we want to carry their legacy, or because there's somebody in the world who has experienced injustice that we want to serve, and we want to add value to their life, or we want to set an example, or maybe we want to earn money so that we can support some cause that we care about, or there's people on our team that we want to help, or maybe we're coaching clients or people and we want to see them succeed. For most of us as individuals, our why is a who. Our why is connected to a who. The reason that we care so much about success and the reason we strive and we work is not just so that we can have more money and so that we can have more notoriety. It's because our example matters to other people. And this brings us to this life-changing insight that we discovered. Now, even though it applies for us in the context of helping somebody build their personal brand, it applies universally. And so what is this secret shortcut that I'm talking about? How do you take a process that would take 2 days to help someone find their uniqueness and help them figure it out in 60 seconds? Well, here is the pattern that we realized and we started training our strategists on, and I'm going to share it with you. We discovered that you are always most powerfully positioned to serve the person you once were. You're most powerfully positioned to serve the person that you once were. If our why for most of us is a who, then the way to find purpose, the way to find clarity about our uniqueness, the way to find a path forward for our personal brand, the way to find drive and ambition that goes beyond just my personal success, but to lasting significance, the thing that will push me forward when I don't feel like working, is being connected to a who. And so the question is, who is your who, and how do you find your who? And the answer is that you are most powerfully positioned to serve the person you once were. Your who, there's a good chance that your who today is somebody who looks a lot like the person that you were 5, 10, 15, or 20 years ago. And that is powerful, because what it does also is it not only gives you purpose for your future, it provides perspective for your past. Meaning it answers the question about why have you experienced pain? Because every pain that you have gone through, every pain that you have experienced has prepared you for this moment. It has prepared you. It has transformed you, and it has helped you become the person that you needed to become one day so that you could someday look back and help somebody else. It is purpose for our pain. It is clarity for our path. It is direction for our future. And we believe that this is God's divine design of your humanity, that all the things that you have overcome, all of it has prepared you for your purpose, which is to then look back and serve somebody else going through that. You're most powerfully positioned to serve the person you once were. So here's the question I just want to ask you. I'll leave you with. Now, if you want to talk to us more about how to do this, and especially if you're a small business owner, especially if you're an expert coach, author, speaker, this is something we help people do. You can go to freebrandcall.com/John Gordon, freebrandcall.com/John Gordon, and you can request a call with someone on our team. We do the first call for free. So I hope you'll do that, or you'll consider doing that. But even if you don't, I want to leave you with this just tactical tip for how to zero in on this even a little more. All you have to do is ask yourself, what obstacle have I overcome? What setback have I survived? What challenge have I conquered? And what tragedy have I triumphed over? That is it. That is how you find it. You say, what obstacle have I overcome? What setback have I survived? What challenge have I conquered? What tragedy have I triumphed over? Whatever that is, wherever that answer is, it tells you, it's a signal to you that, hey, there is somebody else out there right now going through it, and you are uniquely prepared, most powerfully positioned, most perfectly equipped to serve that person because you have been through it yourself. You're most powerfully positioned to serve the person you once were.